Hello learners. Welcome to the Nat English Learning family. Are you preparing for OET writing and aiming for a B or higher? Then you are in the right place. In this video series, I'm going to break down OET writing step by step, in a clear, structured, and practical way. We'll explore everything you need to know: the format, the assessment criteria, common mistakes, examiner expectations, and the strategies that actually help you score high. By the end of this series, you won't just understand OET writing, you'll feel confident, prepared, and fully equipped to achieve a B or even higher in your OET exam. So let's begin this journey together, and take your OET writing skills to the next level. In this video, we will discuss the format of an OET letter. Let us explore the component of an OET letter. There are 9 key components of a letter that will help you write like a pro. These components include date, recipient's address, salutation, subject line, introductory paragraph, body paragraphs, concluding paragraph, and finally signing off with sender's details. Trust me, once you get these down, you'll feel confident about crafting any letter you need. Let's kick things off with the date. It's always important to include the full date, not just the month and year. For example, instead of saying November 2025, you'll want to write something like November 13th, 2025. This way, your recipient knows exactly when your letter was written. Next, let's talk about recipient's address. This is where you tell the recipient who you are writing to and where they are located. It's essential to get this right for any formal communication, and trust me, you want to be specific. So, here's how you break it down. First, you start with line 1, which includes the recipient's name or title. For example, the charge nurse or Dr. Smith. Make sure it's accurate. Then comes line 2, the name of the facility. This could be a hospital, clinic, or office, like City General Hospital. If you're sending a letter to a company or organization, this is where you'd include the company name. On line 3, include the street address. This is where the letter needs to go, like 123 Main Street. Don't skip this step. Getting the address wrong can cause your letter to get delayed or returned. Lastly, on line 4, you'll add the city, town, and state, like Newtown, New South Wales 2042. The more detailed, the better, especially if you're writing to a large organization or a place with multiple locations. Now, we're going to cover the salutation. That's how you greet the person you're writing to. Let's make it simple and easy. First, let's break it down. If you know their name, you'll write something like, Dear Dr. Smith. Easy, right? Just make sure to add that comma at the end. If you only know their title, like charge nurse or manager, you'll use something like Dear Charge Nurse. It's just as simple, but still professional. And don't forget, always be professional and always end your salutation with a comma. So that's all there is to it. Greeting someone properly in a letter is simple, but it's key to getting off on the right foot. Hope that helped. Let's talk about the subject line in our letter. This part is super important because it tells the reader exactly what your letter is about. The format is pretty simple. Start with re, that means regarding, followed by the person's full name and their date of birth. It could also just be their age. For example, it would look like this: re, Mr. John David, DOB, the 5th of February, 1955. That way, the person reading your letter knows exactly who you're talking about right away. Here's a pro tip: don't forget the re. It's a small detail, but it makes your subject line clear and professional. So that's it for the subject line. Easy, right? It's simple, but it really helps make your letter clear and organized. Now, let's move on to the introductory paragraph. This is where you start getting into the heart of your letter. Think of it like your elevator pitch. In this paragraph, you're going to state the main purpose of your letter. Why are you writing? Keep it clear and to the point. You'll want to include key information, the person's name, age, and the main reason you're writing. For example, if it's a referral, say why the person needs to be referred. Here's a quick example. I am writing to refer Mr. John David, a 70-year-old patient who requires ongoing management and assessment following a recent total hip replacement. See how it clearly explains the reason for writing. And here's a golden rule: if the person only reads this paragraph, they should still understand the main point of your letter. It's all about clarity. So, a strong intro is simple, direct, and tells the reader exactly what the letter is about. Alright, we're moving on to the body paragraphs. This is where most of your letter's details will go. It's the meat of your letter, so it's important to organize it clearly. Start by organizing your information. Don't just throw random facts in there. Group related details together. This makes your letter easier to read. In paragraph 1, right after the introduction, include relevant past medical history, social history, and the current reason for the admission or event. Then, in paragraph 2, or more if needed, focus on the current condition, observations, medications, and treatments. Basically anything that's happening right now with the patient. Now, only include what's relevant to the person reading your letter. Does it matter for the patient's future care? If yes, include it. If not, leave it out. And remember, organizing the information logically makes your letter so much easier for the reader to follow. So, that's it for the body paragraphs. Organize your details carefully, and you'll have a strong, clear letter. Now, let's look at the concluding request paragraph. This is where you tell the recipient exactly what you want them to do. Clear and simple requests are key. The purpose here is to state your specific requests. What action or care do you need from the person you're writing to? Don't forget to offer further information if necessary. If the reader needs more details or clarification, let them know you're available. Here's a great example. Could you please monitor Mr. David's incision site and ensure compliance with his physiotherapy regimen? Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any further questions. Remember, always be clear and polite in your request. A strong conclusion leaves no doubt about what's needed next. So, in your concluding paragraph, just ask what you need, offer extra help if needed, and make sure the next steps are crystal clear. Next, in this video, we're going to talk about how to write the sign-off and OET letter. He sign-off is the closing phrase you use before your name. What you write here depends on one important thing. Do you know the recipient's name or not? Let's look at both situations. Let us go to situation 1, where you know the person's name. If you started your letter with their name, for example, Dear Dr. Smith, then your sign-off should be, Yours sincerely. So remember, if you have used their name, then write Yours sincerely. Let us talk about the situation 2, where you do not know their name. If you started your letter with their title, for example, Dear Charge Nurse, then your sign-off should be, Yours faithfully. So remember, if you have used their title, not their name, then use Yours faithfully. Hence, it's very simple. If you know their name, write Yours sincerely. And if you don't know their name, write Yours faithfully. Now, we will talk about step 9, which is sender's details. This is the final part of the OET letter. After your sign-off, you need to add your details. This includes 3 simple things. 1. Your name. Write your full name. Use the name that appears in case notes, or simply write your name clearly. If needed, you can also write just your role. Example, John Smith or staff nurse. 2. Your professional title. Next, write your professional title. For example, registered nurse, physiotherapist, intern doctor. This shows your position and makes your letter look professional. 3. Final touches. Make sure everything looks neat and clear. Check your spelling, your title, your name. These small details make your formal letter complete and professional. This is the final summary of letter that you should always check before you submit. In the next video, we'll talk about the different types of letter. If you enjoyed my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel and give your feedback in the comment box. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep growing, and thank you for being part of Nat English Learning family.